59-year-old is feeling the pressure in North London after just one win in his last 7 games. And Postecoglou has been speaking to the media ahead of that game tonight. And he said the club must stay focused on improving results.
I don't feel, and certainly not my belief, that our challenges at the moment are because of one thing or one person. I don't believe that. I never have believed that. I think whatever we need to do, we have the power to do that. But it'll only happen if we kind of stay united as a group, particularly through difficult times. Get through on the other side, and I really believe if you can do that, you come out stronger.
Emmanuel Petit, World Cup winner, is with us in the studio. Emmanuel, what have you made of Spurs so far this season, and Ange as well?
Same old story. Same old story. I think always good and then bad, good and then bad, good and then bad. Always the same story. So I think what can you expect from them? I mean, what was the last time they won something? I mean,
I bet he was part of the team. Was it 08?
Yeah. That was the last time you won something. So
he was on the bench. I say won something.
No, I mean,
unused sub.
I mean, it's a huge club. I know the rivalry with Arsenal. I know that they have a big stadium, huge fans. But I think the mentality in this club, I think, it will never change.
Well, okay, let me ask you this then, because they've had managers that win things. They've had, of course, Jose was there. Mm-hmm. They had Antonio Conte. Mm-hmm. And they didn't win anything. I mean, you could argue Jose got sacked before they got to the League Cup final, but either way...
No, they were in the final.
Yeah, I know, but he got sacked before the final.
Okay.
But my question to you is, right...
I know where you're coming.
Why? Why can't they win trophies? If you're getting these great managers in and they're not winning it, how deep is it? Where is the problem?
The quality of the players. I mean, why Harry Kane left the club? He was so dedicated to the club. I think nobody wanted him to leave Spurs. I think he was right, and he will finish his career at the club. But he decided to change. Why? Because he wanted to win silverware. That's simple as that. He was tired of it. And to be honest with you, when I look at Spurs, they have a good team. But how many players are among the best players in their positions in the world, or even in the Premier League? Can you win with them? I'm not sure about that.
But you can win a cup, right? We've seen it with smaller teams.
Yeah, cup, come on.
No, but Spurs...
When they were with Pochettino, they were fighting for the best position on the table. They were even sometimes better than Arsenal, in front of them.
For a few times,
and then all of a sudden, it went down straight away. So there is no improvement year after year. If you want to improve your club, the mentality has to change as well. So you have to improve years after years, and you have to bring more quality players, to add to the spine of the team. But this is not what's happening at the club.
I always feel like with Spurs, they're always starting again. When I think about Spurs over recent years, they had the Jose. Okay, that's not the right one. They brought in Nuno. That didn't work. Okay, let's go. Was it Conte after Nuno? Conte. Either way, it would start again. Then Big Ange came in. Let's start again. If Ange gets sacked, they say they get beat tonight and Ange goes this week, they bring another manager, they start again.
Of course.
At some point, they're going to have to just stick with what they've got and go, do you know what? As Emmanuel was saying there, adding players. Now, my only thing with that, Emmanuel, and I don't know what you think, is that we've had this discussion with Spurs fans on here so many times. When Spurs going for a player, it's the level of player, because if they go for a top quality player, right?
He will never come.
He's not going to go there. So what do they do?
It's worse than that, Darren. You know why? Because the best players of this team, for example, Song has been one of the best, for years.
Yeah.
He's becoming average now.
Yeah.
Game after game, because he's losing as well, his ambition with the club.
How do you turn that around?
I mean, I heard what said. I think it's Romero who said something about the money they put on the transfer market, about the quality. I agree with him. The fact that a player inside the club comes out, in the press conference saying that, try to support his manager. And to be honest with you, if he said so, that's what the player thinking inside the dressing room. It's simple as that.
What do you make of the manager then, who only seems to have one plan of action?
So same story with Manchester United. You can change many managers on the bench. It depends on the quality players you have. Simple as that.
Is he the right manager, though, for Spurs?
I think he's done good things, in the past. They had many great managers on the bench, in the past as well. That's what you said, Darren. Yeah. So, but I think the the sport vision doesn't change at Spurs, you know. I think they don't have probably the courage, or they don't want to spend that kind of money to compete with the best in the Premier League, but as well at the end, it's not always question the money, you know. It's not always that, you know, because look at Manchester United. They spend 200 million for what? For what kind of players?
We got Anthony.
You need to have a vision, you know. Liverpool had a vision, you know, with Klopp. Now they have a vision with Slot. Manchester City had a vision with Pep Guardiola, and it paid off. Arsenal had a vision with Arteta, and they stick within the first 2 years when he was in difficult time, and it paid off now. With Spurs, it's like, if it doesn't work, we change the manager. We change 6 or 7 players in the team. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to stick with a vision. There is no vision at Tottenham. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. I just don't know how they get to the next level, because you want to hold on to your best players, of course, but these players have got ambition. Like Harry Kane, as you said, went to Bayern Munich. But it's because we've had fans on here again. They're having a go at Levy because he doesn't want to spend their money on the top players. But and maybe that might be the case. But my argument always is, okay, if that's the case, what top player? I'm trying to think of, so who's going to leave? Say Branthwaite, Everton, right? Top player. Like everyone thinks he's going to become a really top player.
Yeah.
If he becomes available and Spurs are in for him, or
Darren, how many players?
Chelsea,
how many players from the academy?
At Tottenham?
Yeah.
What, they've come through?
Yes.
No.
How many?
Kane, 1.
No, you're talking about now?
Right now.
No.
For the last 5 years.
There's
okay.
Mikey Moore, 1.
Yes, you're right.
But who plays
Week
in the first 11?
Yeah, none.
No vision.
Yeah, but there are. I mean, to be fair, Liverpool, how many have they got?
Trent.
Okay, that's it, right? Robertson was
Connor Bradley. Harvey Elliott before he got injured.
Yeah, okay.
No, they bought Harvey Elliott from Curtis Jones.
The midfield player.
But there aren't many. Man City, right? Foden, is that it? There aren't many that come through and stick in a big team. It's very difficult, right?
Yes, but as I said, if you want to get results, it doesn't work just with the money. You need to get a vision, and you need to stick with the ideas and the vision. You need to bring the confidence with the spinal
okay, with that
to
in mind,
improve as well the team every single transfer market.
With that in mind, I can't see Spurs losing, so I really can't. But if they were to lose, what happens to the manager? Does he? They've got, I think, Southampton on the weekend. It's a 7 p.m.
I think it's the
Sunday
manner of the defeat, because I think there are times where they have points, right? And I think that's one of the frustrations from Spurs fans, is that we know he wants to play a certain way, but if you're playing against Tottenham, even if you're 2-0 down, because they keep doing the same things, you'll go, do you know what? We're still in this game. If they were to shut up shop, you might go, oh, this might be difficult. But because you're there to keep throwing men forward,
All right,
you can hurt them.
We'll take calls from Spurs fans. So you think the problem is stay with the manager, don't keep changing it? Have a game plan.
For me, the problem is the vision. What do you want to do with the manager, with the team, with the players? No, not from this season, but for at least for the next 3 seasons. Look what Chelsea are doing, you know. Everybody was questioning about the money they spent. It was the stupid things like this. It's working now, step by steps, you know. And they stick with their vision. So you need to get a vision. I don't see a vision at Tottenham for years and years now.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.